Hey everybody, my name is Drew. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me here today. We are 3 days away from launch day for the Xbox Series X and Series X, and I am so excited. I've spent some time today checking things out to make sure that I am ready to go for launch day. I went by Best Buy to make sure that I had my pickup appointment straightened out. A little bit of a hiccup there, but I'm just picking it up slightly later in the morning than I had planned. It doesn't change a whole lot of stuff. As far as you guys are concerned, I'll still be getting it early. I'll still be making that unboxing video as soon as I get home and getting it up here on YouTube for you guys to see. Make sure you've subscribed and hit the notification button so you get notified as soon as I get it uploaded. I'll also put it out on my socials. It'll be linked everywhere. I'll make sure people know that it's out there because I want to share my excitement with all of you. It's going to be incredible. So I just want to take a little time to tell you a little bit more about what that process has been, though, to get ready and about the consoles in general. For me, one of my favorite things, I'm a huge dork, is always like that setup process of where it's going to go, how it's going to affect my current setup, all those kind of things. And I like having a space for everything. Tucking consoles into different parts of an entertainment center and shelves and such is something that's always brought me a lot of joy. And so I started looking into the dimensions of the Series X. I've seen videos, I've seen pictures, I'm sure you all have too. It's a big console. I didn't quite realize how big it was though until I was looking at it and comparing some sizes. So console size is a big deal. I'll just talk about it real quick. The Series X is a square obelisk, so it's a 5.94 inch by 5.94 inch square, and then it goes up to 11.85 inches tall, so really close to a foot tall. That is big. The primary vent is on top. It's also got some ventilation around the sides and some at the bottom. It can be laid sideways as well, which might be how I do it. I kind of want it to stand though. For reference, the Series S, the smaller version, it is meant to be laid down more, but it can also stand up. But so it is 2.5 inches at its thinnest. It is 5.9 inches deep, and then it's 10.8 inches long. So not as tall if it's standing up, and not as long if it's laying down. For size comparison, I currently have the Xbox One S. Love this console. It's beautiful. I was really excited when I did my hardware refresh from the original Xbox One to this. It's quieter, it's smaller, it doesn't have an external power brick, all those good things, all things I'm excited about with these new consoles as well. But so it is also 2.5 inches wide or tall, depending on how you're orienting. I always had this one standing up. I had the stand for it and everything, but this is 2.5 inches wide, same width as the Series S. It is 9.5 inches deep. So comparatively, the Series S is only about 6 inches, so it's only about to here. And then it is 10.8 inches tall. So theoretically, that Series S is really something like this. You know, it basically looks like they took this thing and shrunk it, which is crazy that the older hardware that doesn't play as much stuff is going to still be bigger than the newer hardware designed to handle newer things. One thing that's going for that newer hardware, of course, is that it doesn't have the disk drive, the Series S. Series X does, don't worry. Hopefully I didn't say anything that made you all panic. But the Series S doesn't have a disk drive. That's a lot of space that's saved right there. You can accomplish a whole lot of powerful things now with pretty small components, especially compared to when the Series or the One S and the One were manufactured. But so where that size becomes important is with ventilation. This hardware is very powerful, so it's going to produce heat. It's designed very, very well to get rid of that heat, not to run hot, but you gotta make sure it's got the room for it. They're recommending 4 to 6 inches of clearance on all sides. So I definitely can't have the Series X standing in the spot where this was, because right now I have about this much clearance, and the Series X is going to be just a little taller, so I'm only going to be looking at maybe 2 inches of clearance. And even if I lay it on its side, it's still going to be only a couple inches of clearance. And that top fan is the chief venting part of that Series X. But like I said, the nice thing is it's a very good looking, very classy looking console. It's meant to blend with your entertainment stuff. It's not meant to be flashy and to stand out in a big way. So I think setting it next to my TV is actually going to look really good. And I'm sure I'll be playing around with that setup as time goes on, but that's my plan to begin with, is to just let it be part of that flow along that view along the TV. It's going to look really good. Something that I've seen that I want to make sure I pointed out. I love all video games. I'm excited for both sets of consoles. Obviously, I went with the Xbox for my first one. Xbox is my home. It's my favorite. I think it's the best. Exhibit A. But the PS5 is also an awesome piece of hardware, and anyone who's getting one of those is extremely lucky. I'm hoping that at some point in the future I'll get one as well, because I'm sure there's games I'm going to want to play on it. But there was a screenshot going around. I saw it on Twitter, a few different places. It was a picture of a screen saying the PS5 had overheated and it needed to shut down with no context. The story behind that was that it was at a store, in a cabinet, in an enclosed space. That would be bad for either of these consoles. Most consoles would overheat in that situation, actually. So don't let anyone tell you that the Xbox's heat is better than the PlayStation or vice versa. They're both meant to be displayed in open spaces with plenty of airflow. So don't restrict their airflow. That is a big thing that Xbox support has been putting out just to make sure that people are all set. So like I said, I'm really excited. I'm not going to have an issue with that. I've got that figured out. But all right, and then the next thing for getting ready is figuring out what am I going to play when it comes out. I'm going to have some time to play some games on launch day while also watching the Xbox kickoff live stream, which is going to be awesome. I'm hoping to win some prizes there, but that's all going to be purely up to chance, and there's going to be thousands of people entering, so long odds, but you never know, and it'll be fun to see everybody celebrating. But my main thing that I'm going to be playing to begin with is going to be Beyond Light, which is Destiny 2's latest DLC and expansion. That will go live at, I can't remember if it's noon or 1 Eastern. I'll need to look that up to be sure. It's going to go offline on November 9th in the evening for like 12 hours of maintenance, and then it'll go live at lunchtime. Everyone will be jumping in and getting started on that new story and checking out all the new stuff. And of course, it's going to look amazing in 4K, 120 frames per second on my brand new Series X. So that's the first thing I'll be getting downloaded once I get it plugged in and set up. There's going to be plenty of other things for me to play, though. Assassin's Creed Valhalla comes out on launch day as well. I love the Assassin's Creed games. I love Vikings. So obviously I'm going to play Assassin's Creed Valhalla, where you get to play as a Viking assassin, which when you say it like that sounds like an oxymoron, because you think of Vikings as these big, loud warriors and assassins as these lithe, quiet, killers. But it's going to be this cool combination. It looks great, and just getting to explore the UK in that time period in amazing graphics will be fun. That is one of those things about the Assassin's Creed franchise, is they just do a good job making those places super realistic and fun. Cyberpunk is coming out in December. That'll be one that I'm playing. That's the kind of game that I can see me putting, a ton of hours into to try to beat and play every single bit of the content that's in there, every single little side quest, every little fun little thing to do. And then of course there's a back catalog of games that I could go back for achievements. I just restarted playing Skyrim to kill some time on this bad boy, and there's a lot of achievements left to get in it. The Kingdom Hearts games, I still haven't played through all the way on the Xbox to get those achievements. Those are games that I've played all the way back to PlayStation 2 days. So it's nice that they're now available for me to play here and get all those achievements for. They'll look great on those, up-resed graphics. Play some Gears 5, plenty of achievements left to get in there, and I'm just excited to see it with all the new enhancements and playing it at its highest graphic fidelity. Gears Tactics is going to be out on the Series X. I've played it some on the PC, and it's been a ton of fun. I love that top-down strategy game with the Gears style of graphics and fighting, so that's going to be a ton of fun. I never finished Borderlands 3 and all its DLC, and that's all going to be waiting for me to play and look really good. New Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memories coming out, which is going to be a fun, time-wasting rhythm game. You better believe I'm going to spend some hours just chilling and playing that, because it's going to be very low stress, as long as that's how I want to play it. It's definitely a game that you can get super sweaty in, and I know there's people that will, but I'm not one of those people. So I'm not going to be lacking for games. I'm not going to be lacking for things to do. Honestly, just the Destiny 2 stuff could probably keep me plenty entertained for weeks to come, but I want to try to diversify a little bit, both for myself, because there's all these things that I want to play, but also so I can talk to you guys and show you guys some different games, and it's not all just, and here's another video of me doing my weekly Destiny stuff yet again. Keep it fresh. So I'm as ready as I can possibly be. I'm ready to share it with you all watching. I'm ready to show you some posts on my blog and put some things up here as well to show, the Series X in action, show you how games run on it, how they load, how good they look, what that downloading process looks like, all of those things. And it's all going to start on Tuesday. It's all going to start on the 10th. It's going to be amazing. In the future, I'm going to cover Halo Infinite a lot. I love the Halo games. Halo is what got me into the Xbox environment in the first place. And even with all the delays, I am super, super stoked for Infinite. And then at some point in the future, you're going to get to see me doing a whole lot with the Mass Effect Remastered Trilogy, Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Love the Mass Effect games. Also put a ton of time into those. And these remaster rumors have been going around for a long time, so I was really excited today to see those go live. They just said spring 2021, so that's some months off. So we'll see where I'm at that point, but you can definitely expect some conversation from me around that. So that is all I have for you all today. I'm super excited. I hope you're excited. Like I said, make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the bell to get notified so you'll see that unboxing video as soon as it goes live. Leave me a comment, say hi, tell me what games you're excited to play, whether it's PS5 or Xbox Series X or S. And just say hi. And I look forward to talking to you all again soon. Bye.